Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, and I am very excited for our next guest from the Velocity Network, Everyday Driver. And I'm thrilled to have both of you guys here on the program. I've got Todd Deacon and Paul, is it Schmucker? Is that right?
Schmucker,
I want to make sure I don't mispronounce. Welcome both of you to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Thrilled to have you guys. Fellow car aficionados. You love the automobile.
We drive a couple things.
Yeah, you drive a couple things. Some things I'd like to drive for sure. I had the pleasure once, we had a company in town that you could drive exotic cars.
Oh, sure.
You take five friends, you go out, they've won in Vegas, I know you're familiar. You go out and drive 5 different vehicles among 5 people. You get about 45 minutes in each car. So let's see if I just run them down.
You're thinking
the Porsche Twin Turbo. Let's see, the Ferrari F1, right? We had a couple others, and I'm trying to remember. The Viper, right? And Lambo.
Yeah.
Nice. Unbelievable fun. Yeah. Right? Oh, and a Turbo Esprit too.
To actually get some decent seat time in those is cool. Yeah.
They let me take the Formula F1 to a pretty good rate of speed, but it was they're like, it's on your insurance. Yeah, I know.
Feel free.
I'm a paying customer.
It wrecks you for life if you wreck it. You know. But talk to me about this show. You guys obviously have a lot of fun getting out and driving stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that. The name of the show, Everyday Driver, is to talk to people about cars they can get into that they can thoroughly enjoy on real budgets, okay?
I like that.
Every now and then we get into exotics because, come on, exotics are fun.
Yeah.
But let's figure out
And there's some you can sometimes afford.
Exactly. Let's figure out a car less than 60 grand or so you can get into that's a great car.
Right.
You know, because I feel like the exotics get covered, and they're awesome. But what's the cool thing that's 50 grand? And it might be a used 50 grand.
Sure.
But can you believe you get in that car?
Yeah.
We love that. And also, it's that thing that you're talking about. Not everybody can get into a great car and drive it hard on great roads. We're blessed here in Utah to get to do that.
I'll say.
So to be able to share that and to give people a little bit of an experience of this is what that's like.
Wow. Well, we got a chance to see what it's like. Let's take a look at the clip from the show, shall we? It's Everyday Driver. I like that. You did say exactly what we talked about, these exotics that you can afford. The Lotus Exige is the one I was thinking of. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
That's a car that it's not awful. You can
You're
get
touching
one.
On something. Todd is actually a huge enthusiast.
I
mean,
you're like me about this car.
Yeah, I'm a little obsessed with it.
Okay, you get into this thing and you sit down into the car. Your butt is an inch off the ground, maybe 2 inches off the ground. It's like driving like a ridiculous go-kart.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And to the point that actually there's a wrong way to get into a Lotus. You can tell if somebody's ever been in a Lotus before.
Right.
If you get in wrong, you get in halfway and realize, I'm stuck, I got to start over.
You need a can opener to get out of the car.
Get
yourself out.
We should talk about one thing. Let's see, I want to get a little peek into the knowledge. You're driving a car. Should you sit with your feet, should you put the seat back and sit back? Or if you're a real driver, where should you be?
Well, that's the thing. As we've driven more and more for the show, we've come both forward and both
backwards.
hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
So the typical thing when you race drive is you want to be able to put your wrist over the top of the steering wheel.
Right.
So that means that when you're normally driving, you're driving about like this.
Yeah.
But of course, when I started driving 16, I was driving, like this.
I know. That's what we think is the
and
right way to do
we
it.
slowly come forward, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The more track driving we do, and
the closer you get to that steering wheel.
Both Todd and I have noticed that we keep both hands on the steering wheel everywhere we go. And I see people, one hand talking on the cell phone, you name it.
Yeah.
But interestingly, we've both noticed, and people riding with us will notice, you guys drive with both hands, and both of us are just thinking
we didn't think
car
about
control.
Yeah.
That's all we're thinking about. From as much driving as we do.
Really smart.
And track driving, it's just both hands all the time.
Wow. Are we going to learn some things about that too on your show?
A little bit. I mean, every now and then we talk about just experiences you can do that are affordable, and that could be like you're talking the exotic thing or some basic track driving.
Going out to Miller, learn a little bit out there.
Yeah. We actually
learn some weighting and underweighting on the tires.
Yep. Absolutely. We also have one of our episodes this season is actually about us learning to drift because we've done a lot of performance driving, but not drifting. So we took a beginning drifting course, and that's one of the episodes too. No, it's not.
It's surprising. Everybody thinks it's easy, but it's not as easy.
It's not as easy
for the car control.
Even if you have one of those STs and you can really get it to burn some rubber.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people do that, and then they go the direction the car is pointing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that
absolutely.
means you're going to hit a pole.
Totally, totally. You go where your eyes are. If you go, oh look, there's a pole. Guess what? You're going to find the pole.
You're going to hit that ball.
Going to hit it.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I'm excited about this. When does the episode air typically? When are you guys on?
It's all Saturday mornings. Now it's
Saturday
early.
mornings.
It's early. 7:30 Eastern, so that means here it's 5:30. We're recommending the DVR.
Right.
But it's on then, and then of course we also have the YouTube channel that you can find a lot of the stuff there as well.
Okay, again, this is Velocity Network. Where do we find that?
Velocity is just about every cable package. If you subscribe to cable, usually it's included. I mean, I subscribe to a tier 1, so I've got Velocity channel on my on my subscriber package there.
It's a Discovery network, so it's up in the Discovery range, so that's where you can find it. Yeah.
Wow.
And we also have films as well. We do an annual feature-length film that's posted with Blu-rays on Amazon, and then you can download or rent the films on Vimeo. So
that's awesome.
yeah, it's a longer feature-length film when we explore generations of cars or do a large road trip, something like that.
I'm a little jealous. I think we need to get out together.
Let's do it.
Because this sounds like so much fun. It sounds like we're all in the same wheelhouse here when it comes to driving. What, for the uninitiated too, let's talk about we've got maybe a minute left here.
Okay.
Tell me about a couple of your favorite cars that you can buy in a price range that people can afford.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, Todd is very much a Lotus enthusiast.
Yep,
I'm very much a Porsche enthusiast.
Yes, you are.
But used Porsches, people think you paid a lot of money.
No, they're inexpensive.
But they have come
find
down
some $7
payments.
grand cars I've seen.
You certainly
Porsche.
can.
Don't know about the $7 grand Porsche, but yes,
I
you can
found one the
afford
other
it.
day for $7 that
Did you
looked
really?
in pretty decent shape. I was thinking about it.
First gen Boxsters are worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Boxsters, Caymans. It's interesting to find some 911s. Not all 911s, but they've come down in price.
Right.
And I get a lot of teasing for being the Porsche guy. I even own Porsche clothing.
It's frightening.
And
Right?
footwear.
It is frightening.
I mean,
That's worth making fun of.
Yeah, I agree.
is.
No, thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for that.
no, I
appreciate
think you should.
But I drive a Scion FRS, which is the Subaru BRZ, so rear-wheel drive. They're like 25 to 30 grand new, and of course used are like 18 now. So that's a great one. The Miata is always a good standby.
Oh, the Miata is a great one to spec out. You can take it on the track.
Oh,
the tracks love that car.
Absolutely.
If you, and that's what I'm going to be getting for sure.
Good,
because
good.
it's not that I love that car. It's not my favorite. I'd rather have a Corvette, but I found that taking it on the track, that's the one that the track's like
nimble, lightweight,
it's
all those
undeniable.
things.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but the Corvette, also inexpensive parts, surprisingly, which you wouldn't necessarily guess.
And the C7 is a fantastic, latest generation Corvette is a fantastic car.
I know.
It's a world
That one's a little
competing
pricey.
car. Yes,
It
but
is.
they're coming down though. I mean, you can get used ones for like 40 now. So
Guys, we could do this all day long.
Yes, we could.
I want
How long do you have?
website.
Everydaydriver.com.
All right. Thank you so very much for being here.
Thank
It's a
you,
lot
John.
of fun to
Yeah,
spend
thank you for
a
having
little
us on.
time talking cars with some guys. We're going to keep that conversation going. We're going to let you go, but we'll see you back here from 7 to 11 tomorrow morning in the Mountain Morning Show. Until then, make sure you get outside and maybe do some driving.